Calm is the new power. Pressure doesn't break you. Panic does. You've felt it. That moment when everything accelerates. When the room closes in. When your heart races and your thoughts scatter like leaves in a storm. That's not pressure destroying you. That's you fighting yourself. Calm isn't weakness. It's mastery. The world mistakes noise for power, speed for strength, reaction for leadership. But watch the truly powerful. They move differently. They breathe differently. They occupy space with a stillness that commands attention without demanding it. This audiobook will not teach you how to escape pressure. It will teach you how to command it. You'll learn to transform stress into stillness, reaction into rhythm, noise into presence. You'll discover that the quiet center you've been searching for isn't somewhere else. It's not in a different job, a different life, a different version of yourself. It's here, now, waiting beneath the chaos. Calm is the new power, and you're about to claim it. Let's begin. Chapter 1. The nature of pressure. Pressure is energy, not your enemy. Energy. The world has taught you wrong. Pressure isn't something to survive. It's something to conduct. Like electricity through a wire. Like water through stone. Pressure doesn't destroy what's solid. It reveals what's hollow. Think about this. A diamond forms under pressure, not despite it, because of it. The same carbon that makes coal becomes brilliance when compressed with precision. The difference isn't the element, it's the structure beneath. Your structure is what we're building here. Modern life has confused speed with strength. We celebrate the frantic, the overworked, the overwhelmed. We wear exhaustion like a badge and call it dedication. But watch what happens when real pressure arrives. The fast collapse, the loud shatter, the busy break. Speed is not strength. Stillness is. Panic is misused energy. It's power without direction. Fire without containment. Your body releases the exact same chemicals in panic as it does in peak performance. Adrenaline, cortisol, focus hormones. The difference isn't the chemistry, it's the command. Calm is concentrated energy. When you panic, energy scatters, your breath fractures, your thoughts spiral. Your body prepares to flee from something that isn't chasing you. But when you're calm, that same energy compresses, focuses, becomes surgical. Pressure reveals your foundation. If you're built on reactivity, pressure will expose it. If you're built on stillness, pressure will refine it. This is why some people rise in crisis while others crumble. Not because they're stronger, because they're steadier. You don't need more pressure to grow. You need to change your relationship with the pressure you already have. Stop treating it like an attack. Start treating it like information. Pressure isn't the problem. Your response is. And your response is learnable, trainable, transformable. That transformation starts now. Pressure is energy. Master the energy. Master yourself. Chapter 2. The Physiology of Calm. You can't lead while breathing like prey. Your body doesn't know the difference between a deadline and a predator. Both trigger the same ancient system. Your amygdala fires. Your sympathetic nervous system floods your bloodstream with cortisol. Your chest tightens. Your breath shortens. You become ready to run from something that isn't hunting you. This is the body's intelligence. It's trying to save you, but it's using a system designed for survival, not success. For escape, not excellence. And if you let it control you, you'll spend your life reacting instead of leading. Calm begins in the body, not the mind. Your mind will lie to you. It will tell you stories about why you should panic, about what could go wrong, about how you're not ready. But your body tells the truth, and your body responds to signals. Breath is the first signal. When you breathe shallow and high in your chest, you tell your nervous system you're in danger. Even if you're just sitting at a desk, even if you're just about to speak. Your body reads that breath pattern as threat, and it responds accordingly. But when you breathe low and slow, deep into your belly, you send a different signal. Safety control. Presence. Try this now. Right now. Inhale slowly through your nose for 4 counts. Let your belly expand, not your chest. Hold for 4 counts. Exhale through your mouth for 6 counts. Longer exhale than inhale. This is not meditation. This is nervous system regulation. Do this 3 times before any high-pressure moment, before you speak, before you decide, before you lead. Your body will believe you before your mind does. Posture is the second signal. You can't feel powerful while collapsed. Shoulders rolled forward, head down, chest concave. This is the posture of defeat, and your brain reads it as such. There's a feedback loop between body and mind. How you hold yourself changes how you feel. Stand like you're grounded. Feet shoulder width apart. Weight evenly distributed. Spine long. Shoulders back, but relaxed. Head level, as if a string is pulling you up from the crown. This isn't arrogance. This is alignment. And alignment is authority. Your nervous system is the bridge between pressure and performance. You have 2 modes. Sympathetic, fight or flight. Parasympathetic, rest and digest. Most people spend their lives stuck in sympathetic overdrive, always on alert, always activated, always exhausted. Calm is parasympathetic dominance. It's the state where you can think clearly, decide wisely, speak powerfully, and you access it through breath, posture, and intention. Calm is a body signal of safety, not an idea. You don't think your way into calm. You breathe your way there. You stand your way there. You signal your nervous system that despite the pressure, you are safe. You are steady. You are here. And when your body believes it, your mind follows. Breathe like a leader. Stand like one. Become one. Chapter 3. The Psychology of Stillness. Your mind is not your enemy. It just needs leadership. Mental overactivity feeds anxiety. Not because thinking is wrong, but because undirected thinking becomes chaos. Your mind is a tool, brilliant, powerful, essential. But like any tool, without guidance, it creates mess instead of mastery. Most people don't run their minds. Their minds run them. Thoughts arrive unbidden. Memories loop. Worries compound. The same mental track plays over and over, wearing grooves, deeper with each repetition. You think you're solving problems. You're rehearsing panic. Stillness is not inactivity. It's efficient energy. The mind at rest isn't empty. It's clear, like water settling in a glass. The sediment sinks. the surface becomes reflective. You can see through it. This is the state where insight lives, where solutions appear, where wisdom emerges. But you can't force stillness. You create the conditions for it. First, understand that your thoughts are not facts. They're interpretations, stories your mind tells about neutral events. The pressure you feel isn't the situation. It's your narrative about the situation. Example: a high-stakes meeting isn't inherently stressful. It's a room with people talking. But your mind adds layers. What if I fail? What will they think? What does this mean about me? The meeting didn't create that stress. Your story did. This is liberation, because you can't control the meeting, but you can control the story. Reframe stress as information. Stress is your system telling you something matters. That's useful. It means you care. It means you're engaged. It means you're alive. The problem isn't the stress signal. It's what you do with it. Instead of amplifying it into panic, translate it into focus. Ask, what is this stress protecting? What does it want me to pay attention to? What action is it preparing me for? Stress becomes fuel when you give it direction. Second, create space between stimulus and response. Viktor Frankl taught this. Between what happens and how you react, there's a gap. That gap is your power. Most people collapse it. Something happens, they react instantly. No pause. No choice. Just reflex. Expand that gap. When pressure hits, notice it. Name it. I'm feeling stress. My chest is tight. My thoughts are racing. This isn't weakness. This is awareness. And awareness is the first step to mastery. Then breathe. 3 seconds. That's all. 1 breath. 1 pause. 1 moment of stillness before you respond. In that pause, you reclaim leadership. Your mind isn't your enemy. It just needs someone in charge, not someone forcing it into submission, someone guiding it with calm authority. When you lead your mind, it stops leading you. And in that shift, chaos becomes clarity. Stillness is strength. Clarity is command. Chapter 4. Emotional neutrality. The calm between reactions. Calm doesn't mean cold. It means clear. emotional neutrality is the most misunderstood form of power. People confuse it with detachment, with not caring, with being robotic or removed. That's not neutrality. That's suppression. And suppression eventually erupts. True emotional neutrality is feeling everything without being ruled by anything. You don't eliminate emotions under pressure. You metabolize them. You let them flow through you without flooding you, like a river. The surface stays smooth even while the current runs deep. This is mastery. Most people are either reactive or repressive. They explode or they bottle. Both are loss of control. Explosion is obvious, but bottling is just delayed explosion. Neither is calm. Calm is the space between. You feel the anger, the fear, the urgency, but you don't become it. You observe it. You acknowledge it. You use it as information. Then you choose your response. The 3-second rule. Before you speak in anger, wait 3 seconds. Before you decide in fear, wait 3 seconds. Before you react to provocation, wait 3 seconds. 3 seconds is not delay. It's dominion. In those 3 seconds, your prefrontal cortex catches up to your amygdala. Your rational mind regains control from your emotional brain. The impulse to react loses its grip. And you remember, you're not a victim of your emotions. You're the conductor of them. Emotions are energy in motion. Emotion. Let them move through you, not control you. When someone provokes you, they're trying to control your state. Anger is the hook. If you bite, they win. Not because they're stronger, because you gave away your center. But if you pause, if you breathe, if you stay calm while they escalate, you become immovable. And immovable is unbeatable. Calm is contagious. So is chaos. Choose which you spread. Think about the people who've influenced you most. Chances are they weren't the loudest. They were the steadiest. Their calm regulated your chaos. Their stillness anchored your storm. They didn't try to control you. Their presence alone was grounding. That's the power you're developing here. Emotional neutrality isn't about feeling less. It's about responding better. It's depth beneath stillness. Power beneath peace. River current. Still surface. Powerful depth. When you master the calm between reactions, You become dangerous in the best way. Not aggressive, unshakable. People will test you. Pressure will rise. Chaos will knock. And you'll remain steady, clear. Here. That's not cold. That's command. Calm doesn't mean cold. It means clear. Chapter 5. The power of silence in chaos. Silence is not the absence of control. It's its highest form. In noise, your pause becomes authority. The world is loud. Aggressively, desperately loud. People fill every gap with words. They confuse volume with value, speed with significance. But watch what happens when someone speaks less, when they pause, when they let silence sit. The room leans in. Silence creates gravity. It pulls attention without demanding it. It commands respect without requiring words. This is the principle from leadership communication applied to pressure. In chaos, your stillness becomes magnetic. Most people panic into speech. Something goes wrong, and they fill the space with explanation, justification, over-communication. They think words will solve it. But words without composure are just noise. Silence gives you time. Time to think. Time to center. Time to choose your response instead of reacting with your first impulse. Before you speak under pressure, pause. Even half a second changes everything. It signals control, confidence, clarity. It tells everyone watching, I'm not scrambling, I'm considering. And that consideration is power. When someone attacks you verbally, stay silent for 3 seconds before responding. Watch what happens. They start to doubt themselves. They begin to explain. They lose energy while you gain it. Silence is strategic stillness. In negotiation, the first person to speak after a pause often loses. In conflict, the person who stays calm controls the narrative. In pressure, the person who breathes before speaking leads the room. This doesn't mean withholding. It means timing. A well-placed pause hits harder than 100 rushed words. Your silence is your reset button. In chaos, everyone looks for the calm one, the steady one, the one who isn't reacting. That becomes the center, the gravity point. Without trying, without forcing, you become the person others regulate to. Silence isn't absence. It's presence. Pure, undiluted presence. When you stop filling space with words, you start filling it with energy. Your energy, grounded, certain, here. And that energy speaks louder than any sentence. People mistake quiet for weak. Let them. While they were talking, you're thinking. While they're reacting, you're strategizing. While they're spending energy, you're conserving it. Silence is power stored, not power lost. In meetings, in conflicts, in moments of high stakes, practice this. Say half as much as you think you should. Let your words carry weight because they're chosen, not automatic. Let your silence communicate your confidence. The world doesn't need louder voices. It needs steadier ones. When chaos rises, don't rise with it. Descend into stillness. Let the noise happen around you. Stay anchored. Stay quiet. Stay present. Your calm will regulate the room. Your silence will command it. In noise, your pause becomes authority. Chapter 6. Mastering the energy of pressure. You don't reduce pressure. You increase capacity. This is the shift that changes everything. Most people try to eliminate pressure from their lives. They avoid challenges. They seek comfort. They mistake ease for peace. And they wonder why they feel weak. Pressure is not the enemy. Weakness is. But weakness is curable. It's not a permanent state. It's a lack of capacity. And capacity is built exactly one way, through exposure to increasing pressure. Iron is forged in fire, not by avoiding heat. Think about this. A blacksmith doesn't make a blade by keeping iron cool. They heat it until it glows. They hammer it under extreme force. They quench it, stress it, repeat the process. That's not destruction. That's creation. You are the iron. Pressure is the forge, and what emerges is stronger than what entered. But only if you don't run. When you avoid pressure, you stay soft. When you collapse under it, you fracture. But when you stand in it, breathe through it, move with it, you become diamond. The body adapts to stress through progressive overload. Lift weights, muscles grow. Run farther, lungs expand. Face fear, courage builds. This is biological law. Your system upgrades to meet demand. Your mind works the same way. Every time you stay calm in chaos, you reinforce that neural pathway. Every time you pause before reacting, you strengthen that circuit. Every time you lead from stillness instead of panic, you rewire your default response. You're not born calm. You build calm. Rep by rep. Breath by breath. Pressure by pressure. Stress is a signal of readiness, not inadequacy. When your heart races before something important, that's not panic. That's preparation. Your body is mobilizing resources, sharpening focus, increasing blood flow to your brain and muscles. It's getting you ready to perform. The feeling is the same, whether you interpret it as fear or excitement. The narrative is what changes it. Stop telling yourself, "I'm nervous." Start saying, "I'm activated." Stop thinking, "I can't handle this." Start knowing, "I'm being prepared for this." Same sensation, different story, different outcome. You don't need less pressure in your life. You need to become someone who can hold more, not by straining, by expanding, like a container getting stronger. Turn external pressure into internal fuel. When a deadline looms, don't shrink from it. Use it as activation energy. Let it sharpen your focus. Let it clarify your priorities. Let it eliminate the non-essential. Pressure is a filter. It reveals what matters. When stakes are high, don't minimize them. Let them matter. Let the weight of the moment fuel your precision. The best performances come under pressure, not despite it. Because pressure focuses energy, like a lens focuses light. You're not trying to escape fire. You're learning to be fire. This is the mindset shift. From victim of pressure to conductor of pressure. From something happening to you to something moving through you. From breaking point to breakthrough. The same force that crushes coal creates diamonds. The difference is structure. Build your structure. Increase your capacity. Master the energy. You don't reduce pressure. You increase capacity. Chapter 7. The Calm Leader Archetype. Your calm regulates the room. Leadership is not volume. It's not charisma. It's not control. Real leadership is nervous system regulation. When you're calm, others become calm. When you're steady, others find stability. When you're grounded, others stop spiraling. This is biological. Humans are wired to co-regulate. Mirror neurons fire when we observe others. If you're panicking, the room catches it. If you're centered, the room absorbs that too. You are always broadcasting a frequency. The question is, what frequency are you sending? Calm leaders don't command through force. They command through presence. Think about the people who made you feel safest. Not the ones who told you everything would be fine. The ones whose energy made you believe it. They didn't have to convince you. Their steadiness was proof. That's the archetype you're becoming. Presence replaces control. You can't control outcomes. You can't control other people. You can't control circumstances. But you can control your state. And your state influences everything around you. When you walk into a tense meeting calm, the tension drops. When you respond to crisis with clarity, others find their clarity. When you hold stillness while chaos swirls, you become the eye of the storm. Not because you're trying, because you are. Commanding energy versus grounding energy. There's a difference. Commanding energy says, listen to me. Follow me. Do what I say. It's loud. It's assertive. It can be effective, but it's exhausting, and it creates dependence. Grounding energy says nothing. It just is. Solid. Steady. Here, people don't follow it because they're told to. They gravitate to it because it feels safe. It's magnetic without trying to attract. Influential without trying to persuade. Grounding energy is calm leadership. You don't need to be the smartest in the room. You don't need to have all the answers. You don't need to dominate the conversation. You just need to be the calmest. And calm in a room full of panic is leadership. Your calm is not selfish. It's service. When you stay centered, you give others permission to do the same. When you breathe through pressure, you show them it's possible. When you embody stillness, you provide an anchor. This is influence, not manipulation, not control. Influence through state. People remember how you made them feel, and calm makes people feel safe. Safe to think. Safe to speak. Safe to take risk. Safe to trust. That safety is leadership. You don't create calm by demanding it. You create it by being it. Stop trying to control the room. Start grounding it. Stop trying to fix everyone's anxiety. Start embodying peace. Stop trying to have the answer. Start being the presence. Calm is contagious. Be the source. In chaos, people look for the steady one, the one who isn't spinning, the one who seems to know something they don't. Not because they're superhuman, because they're centered. That person can be you. That person is you. Not through effort, through embodiment, not through force, through frequency. Your calm regulates the room. Use it wisely. Use it generously. Use it powerfully. Your calm regulates the room. Chapter 8. Returning to center. You can't control storms, but you can stand still in them. Center is not a place you find once. It's a practice you return to. Again and again and again. Pressure will knock you off balance. That's guaranteed. The skill is not staying balanced. The skill is returning. Center is the tripod of composure, breath, posture, intention. Breath grounds you in the present. Posture aligns your energy. Intention directs your focus. Together, they create unshakable presence. Apart, you drift. When pressure rises, check the tripod. Are you breathing? Not just automatically, consciously, low and slow, deep into your belly. If your breath is shallow, nothing else works. Your nervous system stays activated. Your mind stays scattered. Your body stays tense. Breathe first. Always. Is your posture aligned? Are you collapsed or are you grounded? Shoulders back, spine long, feet planted. You can't lead from a collapsed body. You can't project confidence while folding inward. Stand like you mean it. Your body will believe you before your mind does. What's your intention? Not your goal, your state. How do you want to be in this moment? Calm, clear, present, steady. Name it. Then breathe it into existence. This is returning to center. Not escaping, returning. Center is spiritual and physical alignment. It's your body, mind, and spirit pointing the same direction. When they were split, you feel fractured, anxious, scattered. When they're aligned, you feel whole, focused, powerful. Visualization. Find your center in chaos. Close your eyes. Imagine chaos all around you. Noise, movement, pressure, demands. Feel it swirling, but you're standing in the middle, unmoved. not fighting it, not fleeing it, just standing. Feel your feet on the ground. Feel your breath in your belly. Feel your spine like a pillar. The chaos doesn't touch you, not because you're separate from it, because you're rooted beneath it. This is your center, and you can return here anytime. When a difficult conversation starts, return to center. When a crisis hits, return to center. When emotions surge, return to center. Not as escape, as practice. Center is your home base. Everything else is just distance from it. The further you drift, the harder life feels. The more centered you are, the easier everything flows. Not because circumstances change, because you do. Most people spend their lives chasing external calm. The perfect job, the right relationship, the ideal circumstances. But external calm is an illusion. Circumstances will always fluctuate. Life will always have pressure. Internal calm is the only calm that lasts. And internal calm comes from center. You build it daily, with breath, with posture, with intention, with practice. You build it in low-pressure moments, so it's there in high-pressure moments. You don't wait for the storm to practice standing still. You practice standing still, so you're ready when the storm arrives. And when it does, you won't ask, "Can I handle this?" You'll know, "I have my center. I'll return there." That knowing is everything. Storms will come. That's life. But you don't have to be swept by them. You can be the tree that bends without breaking, rooted, flexible, alive. You can't control storms, but you can stand still in them. Chapter 9. Quiet Power in Action. Stillness isn't passive, it's precise. Now we bring everything together. The breath, the posture, the mental clarity, the emotional neutrality, the silence, the center. Now we act. Because calm without action is just comfort. And comfort is not the goal. Power is. Quiet power is stillness in motion. It's the ability to move with purpose while staying grounded. To speak with impact while remaining composed. To decide with clarity while holding pressure. This is mastery in action. How to speak from calm. Your words are only as powerful as the state you speak them from. If you're reactive, your words scatter. If you're defensive, your words weaken. If you're panicked, your words lose credibility. But when you speak from center, your words land. Before you speak, breathe. Before you respond, pause. Before you explain, ground. Let your words come from stillness, not speed. Speak slower than feels comfortable. Let each word have weight. Don't rush to fill silence. Let your sentences breathe. This isn't hesitation. This is precision. People respect the voice that doesn't rush. The voice that doesn't need to convince. The voice that simply states truth from a grounded place. How to decide under pressure. Clarity plus timing. That's the formula. Clarity comes from stillness. When your mind is calm, you see clearly. Options become obvious. Priorities clarify. The right path reveals itself. But clarity alone isn't enough. You need timing. And timing requires patience. The ability to hold pressure without collapsing into premature action. Most people decide too quickly under pressure. They want relief, so they act before clarity arrives. And they create more problems than they solve. Quiet power waits, not passively, actively, holding the tension, breathing through the discomfort, letting clarity emerge naturally. Then, when the moment is right, you move, decisively, completely, without hesitation. This is precision, and precision is power. Examples of quiet power through history. The eye surgeon performing a 12-hour operation. Perfectly calm, perfectly focused, lives depending on steady hands. The negotiator sitting across from hostage takers, not escalating, not reacting, using silence and presence to de-escalate crisis. The mother in the emergency room with her injured child. Terror inside, calm outside, because her calm is what her child needs. The athlete at match point, crowd roaring, everything on the line, heart rate controlled, breath steady, executing the shot with precision. These aren't superhumans. They're trained humans. They've practiced returning to center so many times that it's become default. And in the moment that matters most, they don't have to think about it. They just are it. That's what you're building. Quiet power isn't loud. It doesn't announce itself. It doesn't need validation. It just shows up. Again and again. Steady. Reliable. Unshakable. This is how you lead. How you love. How you live. Not from chaos. From center. Not from noise. From stillness. Not from force. From power. Quiet power changes meetings. It changes relationships. It changes outcomes. Because when you move from calm, you move with precision. And precision is unstoppable. Stillness isn't passive. It's precise. Chapter 10. The Legacy of Calm. Calm is not just peace. It's influence. You've traveled far in these chapters, from understanding pressure to mastering it, from reactive to responsive, from chaos to center. But there's one final truth you need to understand. Your calm is not just for you. It's for everyone you touch. Calm creates safety. And safety is the foundation of human connection, creativity, and courage. When people feel safe, they open, they risk, they trust. They become more themselves. Your calm gives others permission to be calm. Think about the ripple effect. You stay centered in a meeting. Someone else relaxes. They go home less stressed. They're more patient with their family. Their kids feel safer. The ripple spreads. One person's stillness can shift an entire system. This is not metaphor. This is biology. Mirror neurons mean we catch each other's states. Calm is contagious. So is anxiety. You're always spreading one or the other. Choose consciously. When you master calm, you become a stabilizing force in the world. Not through grand gestures, through daily presence, in the grocery store, in traffic, at work, at home. Every interaction is an opportunity to ground or unsettle, to anchor or destabilize. You don't have to try. Your state does the work. But this is also responsibility. You can't claim to be calm and then spread chaos with your words or actions. You can't say you're centered and then make others anxious with your energy. Integrity means your internal state matches your external impact. Be the calm you want to see. Actually be it. The world doesn't need more advice. It needs more embodiment. It needs people who have done the work, who have faced their chaos, who have returned to center again and again until it became home. You are becoming that person. Not perfect, not always balanced, but always returning, always practicing, always choosing stillness over reactivity. And in that choice, you change everything around you. Your calm is legacy. It's what people will remember about you. Not what you said, not what you achieved. How they felt in your presence. Did you make them more anxious or more calm? Did your energy agitate or anchor? Did you add to the noise or create space for silence? These questions matter because pressure is everywhere. Chaos is constant. The world is loud and getting louder. And in all that noise, the steady ones become rare, valuable, essential. The world doesn't need louder voices. It needs steadier ones. It needs people who can hold stillness in the storm, who can breathe when others are panicking, who can pause when everyone is reacting, who can stand grounded when the ground is shaking. It needs you, the version of you that you've been building through every chapter, the version that knows pressure is energy, that calm is physiological, that stillness is strength, that silence is power, that capacity can be built, that leadership is regulation, that center is always available, that precision is action, that your state is your influence. You've learned all of this. Now live it. Not someday. Not when life gets easier. Now. In this pressure. In this moment. In this breath. Stay calm. Stay centered. Stay unstoppable. Because calm isn't escape. It's command. Quiet power changes everything. And you have it. You've always had it. You've just been learning how to access it, how to trust it, how to be it. The world is waiting for the calm version of you, the grounded version, the still, powerful, present version. Stop waiting to become that person. You already are. Now act like it. Breathe like it. Stand like it. Lead like it. Your calm is not just peace. It's influence. It's legacy. It's change. Use it well. Use it wisely. Use it powerfully. The world doesn't need louder voices. It needs steadier ones. Be steady. Be still. Be here. That's quiet power. That's your power. Claim it.